right, y'all, let's make some bread. Let's make some angel biscuits. How about that? First thing you need to do is get you a small glass bowl, get you a package of instant, fast-acting yeast, and we're gonna put this in our bowl, like so. Might start rhyming today, who knows? To this, we're gonna add 1/4 cup of warm water, which you know my trick. I turn my faucet on in my kitchen for a minute, let it run on hot. Then I take the water and pour it in the bowl. Sorry, getting a little loud up in here. I can't hear myself talk. And a tablespoon of sugar. That's all you do. And I'm just gonna use this, and I'm just gonna mix this up. Just like that. We're just gonna sit back and let this bloom for about 5 minutes. Again, it's a 1/4 cup of warm water, 1 package of yeast, and a tablespoon of sugar. I'm gonna put this to the side, let it bloom, and then we're gonna mix up our dry ingredients. Okay, next, get you a large metal bowl. You know this is my bread bowl, love it, I've used it for years. We're gonna add 2½ cups of white lily self-rising flour. Again, white lily. It's the only thing I'll use to make bread. So there's 1. That ain't full. 2, and then we need 1/2 and 1/2. White lily self-rising flour. To that, we're gonna need a 1/4 cup of sugar. Which one of these is my 1/4 cup? Right here. We're gonna put in a 1/4 cup of sugar. Yeah. Then we're gonna mix in, I'm reading this as we go. 1/2 stick, but I'm gonna use 1 whole stick of real butter in my biscuits. I know what works, so I never hardly follow rules. That's just me. So let me get this cut up real quick and put it in my bowl. Okay, I've got 1 stick of cold real butter cubed up. I'm gonna put in my mixture. To that, we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of Crisco, and I just kind of eyeball it like so. And I'm gonna take my pastry blender and I'm gonna work this well together. This is what I do. I get my pastry blender and I just go in here and I just work around my butter and my Crisco into my flour and sugar mixture. That's it. But always make sure your butter is cold because it will leave you flaky, tender pockets inside your biscuit. Trust me. I've been making these since I was a little bitty girl. And angel biscuits are delicious. And this is almost identical to my homemade buttermilk biscuits, except it's got yeast and sugar in it. And we're gonna add, of course, buttermilk. And we're gonna add a little bit of heavy whipping cream to it too. So let's get this incorporated really quick. All right, just like that. Butter always seems to stick to the pastry blender. And I'm not leaving no butter behind because butter is butter. All right, now let's add 1/2 cup to start off with of buttermilk. All right, 3/4. To that, I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. All right, let me grab a spoon. And we're gonna mixy. I add buttermilk as I go. Don't forget, we gotta put our yeast mixture in here too. And it's almost done blooming. Right, this is what we've got so far. We still need to add more wet to it. So let me check our yeast mixture real quick. Okay, our yeast mixture has bloomed, if you can see. So what I'm gonna do, and oh, I love to smell yeast. I'm gonna dump it in my bowl, like so. There I go, rhyming again. Now, I'm gonna add another 1/2 cup of buttermilk because I know it's gonna need it. You just kind of know. So right there is a 1 1/4 cups of buttermilk mixed to it. We want our dough to form a ball, but we don't want it sticky, but you don't want it dry. You want it, again, just right. Like Baby Bear said, just right. Here's my dough. I'm gonna leave it out on my counter and I'm just gonna let it sit here for an hour. And then after an hour, we're gonna work it. Okay, my dough has been sitting for an hour resting and I've not touched it. So what I did was I put me a piece of parchment paper down on my bar, put a little flour, rubbed it around, and I'm gonna just flop my batter over onto my flour, just like so. And I'm just gonna quickly and gently work this because you do not want overworked biscuit dough. You know why? It makes them tough. You just gently fold like so, quickly. Now all we're doing is we're adding layers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And I made a small batch of this. I did not make a big one. And I'm just gonna pat it out. I'm not even gonna use a rolling pin. I'm gonna pat it out to about, I don't know, 1.5 inches thick. Sprinkle with a little flour on top. We're gonna get our biscuit dough cutter. We're gonna cut them out. First, I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, I've got my oven preheated to 425. I have sprayed me one 9-inch round cake pan. And remember, I use metal, I don't use glass. Or you can use the Pampered Chef baking ware. So, got my handy dandy biscuit cutter. These things are old and I love them. Rub it in some flour like so. Cut it, twist it real quick. Upside down, make sure the flour's on top. So we're gonna go through all around through here, cut us out some biscuits. And we're gonna fill up our pie pan. Okay, we've got our 9-inch round cake pan full of biscuits. I'm gonna let these set for 30 minutes before I put them in the oven. And once we get them in a preheated 425-degree oven, we're gonna bake them for 15 minutes, and then we're gonna put them on broil till they're golden brown of your liking. And then we're just gonna rub a little bit of heavy whipping cream on top. All right, y'all, my angel biscuits are out of the oven. This is what they look like. I just put heavy whipping cream on top, and we're gonna let them set for a few minutes. I had three extras because I don't waste dough. I put it in this pan. The boys and I already split one and they are delicious. Yeah, they're piping hot good. So go make you some angel biscuits. Again, these are a little different. These are sweeter. And you know what would be good in the middle of them? That salty country ham, y'all. I'm telling you. Country ham and angel biscuits is going to be on our menu Christmas. So go make you some. Go love your family, and I love you.